figure out how I want to. Oh, okay. Hello. This is how we're gonna do it. Excuse me, guys, as I figure out some things for my life. Hey, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat and I want to talk. I did go live earlier. You know what? I think I might put it right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So my hope is that everyone can hear me and that the playback. Let me turn this up. Make sure my volume is up. Oh, my volume was all the way down, so I'm glad I checked that. Oh, shit. All right. As you can see, I have not unpacked my stuff from coming back from Texas yet. It is still sitting in my living room. Okay, let's back that up. Let's back that ass up. Let me remember how this, let me see how this goes. So I'm not muting. Oh, okay. So, okay. Oh, I see how that works. It's like you can have a highlight. I never seen that before. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Should we warm it up? Let me stop playing. I got food in front of me while I'm over here looking at all this other stuff. Oh, what's that? That looks confused. Oh, this looks like some 70s stuff. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Like, I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like it. I want to move this back though, because I feel like it's all in my face, and I know I'm doing a mukbang, but you're like, where the food at? My bad. I think I like this. I do. I got glitter on my face everywhere. This is so different, glamour. Ooh, that's not fun. We ain't doing that neither. You know what? I like the pop. It was warm enough. I was looking at something on the YouTube. It said warm videos are in. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm eating is some steak and potatoes. I be burning my stuff, so I'm not leaving all in the camera for y'all to judge my burnt ass food, that I like it to be that way. I have a nice skull of tail of pork. I'm about to taste it for the first time. It smells like wine. It smells like Manischewitz. That's what it smells like. It smells like Manischewitz. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that tastes like, it tastes like berries, like blueberries or something. That's tail of pork, the regular kind. Everyone makes it seem like you can get really jacked up drinking. Hey, I'm having a little mukbang. I ain't doing shit. I want to talk about this show that I be watching, so y'all know The Boys. Y'all, The Boys. We just having a little high. We just having like a little late night mukbang. Again, I'm having some burnt steak and some burnt potatoes. Burnt on purpose. I'm gonna put some Texas hot heat sauce on my potatoes. Yes, I am. Can you be a mod, Brayden? I don't know you. Hi there. So we're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk about some things, you guys. A lot of you may be new here to my channel. I'm Oya, by the way, and tonight we're gonna talk about The Boys, and we're gonna talk shit about some names. Okay, hey, greetings. So for real, let's get right into it. I don't know. I am from New York City. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need my A1 steak sauce. I'll be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Now, I am a New Yorker, and I'm aware that the steak is supposed to be so good that He said, I'm subscribed and everything. Please, I've never been. In order to be a moderator, that means you have to be present every time I go live. Let's see how, let's keep the relationship feeling good. Let's see how it goes, Brayden, okay? Let's just, you have, I have grand cats, and you know, they literally, cats are kind of weird because you fart around a cat, they literally be like, anyway, so I had to get my steak sauce for my steak. I'm aware that if the steak is so good, you shouldn't need no steak sauce. I know how to eat steak that way too, but I also like to I like to drown my steak in A1 sauce during a late night. Just tell the women I'm here to lay the wood. Okay. You sound like Homelander. That sound like some Homelander shit. Let's get into it. He said, Brayden, you're cooked, bro. Don't talk to Brayden like that. He's new here. Oh, okay. You just want to be a moderator. Well, have fun with that. And I'm trying to cut my steak, and it's making my setup shake. Hold up. And I guess I should have known if I put the boys in my title, it would have attracted people who watch that type of show, but I never thought about the audience. And so let's get into it. So on the new season of the show called The Boys, which is a Amazon Prime show that I've been watching, and I really enjoyed. I also watched the other, Are You All Americans? I am actually from Trinidad, but I live in America now. So you're watching I'm in America, but I'm not American. So in the show called The Boys, like, it's superheroes, right? English, yeah. True. Facts. All right. So if you're watching a show called The Boys, it's like on Amazon Prime, and it's about these superheroes that are not like real superheroes. Let me see. It's telling me to review a message. Whoever moves first is gay. What? We're gonna hide that because what's wrong with moving first? Hello. Oh my God. Say bruv. I do say bruv. Bruv. So bruv. In the show The Boys, it's the superheroes, but they not real superheroes because they took drugs or was given drugs by their parents. And in the newest episode in season 4, I have not watched it yet, but my daughter told me that Homelander in season 4 brought a woman onto the team named Sage. Sage is a black woman, but she's also the smartest person in the world. Sage, that's her every superhero don't have like a typical superhero strength, like super strength. Some of them have like some really weird, you know. Really, I do read cards, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, let me get back into my little mukbang and my conversation. But Homelander decided that he needed more control, and because he wanted more control, he brought in a black woman named Sage, and then named her sister Sage on the show called The Boys. And Sister Sage is the smartest person in the world. But guess what my daughter told me, because I hadn't seen episode 4 all the way. And my daughter told me tonight, she gave me a spoiler alert that I cannot wait to check out. She told me that Sister Sage gives herself a lobotomy. You know what I'm saying? She She gives herself a... Did y'all hear what I said? The character gives herself a lobotomy. Do you know to give yourself a lobotomy, you got to go into your eyeball and mess with your frontal lobe or whatever? So the character named Sister Sage on the show... Let me see something real quick. Hold on, guys. Hold on one second, please. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. I use the West Indian accent when I want to refocus my own self. Sister Sage, I almost called her Sister Sledge. She is the smartest person in the world on the show called The Boys. And Homelander brought her in to help him be smarter, which was kind of dumb. But what happens is she give herself a lobotomy, y'all. My daughter just told me this. I got to watch it. She gives herself a lobotomy, right? And the reason she gives herself a lobotomy is because she is the smartest person in the world. And in order for her to be able to relax and enjoy the things that... It's okay, Brayden. It's okay. You're good. In order for Sister Sage to relax and have a normal interaction with the world, she got to give herself a lobotomy in her eyeball. And then she can watch TV. She can eat junk food. She let the deep do something to her. You got to watch the show to get all the spoiler alerts. But I'm almost finishing my steak. I really am. I be eating. I chop that meat up and I'm tearing it up. So I'm just thinking, like, she gives herself a lobotomy. Could you imagine? To me, that's like equivalent to, you know what I told my daughter? It reminds me of like doing drugs, like the way we do drugs to take the edge off of life so we can just do normal shit. At least that's what I've known anytime I've done drugs, is just to take the edge off of life and, you know, whatever. So it was, I can't wait to see it. And my daughter said it was kind of graphic because they show her going in her eyeball and you could hear the scraping, and she's directing him to do it. But what happens is after she gives herself a lobotomy, her brain grows back and she's right back to being the smartest person in the world. Could you imagine being the smartest person in the world, and the only way you can experience life like everyone else is to give yourself a lobotomy that's temporary. It's temporary. Is that how you say it? I was sipping this Taylor port. I don't know. It doesn't taste nasty. It just tastes like this is what's got people messed up. 2 clicks to the wind, just, oh my goodness. It don't seem like it can make you drunk. It seems like I'm drinking Manischewitz. And Manischewitz, you don't get no buzz drinking church wine. It's good though. I wish I had some bubbles with it. Anyway, I know it's probably full of all kind of sulfites and stuff, but hey, I ain't Sister Sage, so I'm dumb enough to enjoy basic life comforts. Okay, a little drink, you know, a little drink here and there. But could you imagine being so smart that the only way to be normal is to give yourself a lobotomy? She have to give herself a lobotomy. She has to lobotomize herself. The potatoes are potatoing. Oh my God. These potatoes are potatoing. Okay. Man. I'm thinking about that. Like, ever since my daughter told me that she has to give herself a lobotomy, to be a normal person. I've been thinking like, damn, Gina. Because think about that again, like, you so smart, you know how to give yourself a lobotomy. You know? Did he just call me a monkey? Did you just call me a monkey? All right, see, now I see why people treating you the way they treating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I see Brayden. I might have to add Brayden to the group of people that name Brayden. We're talking about names tonight, Brayden. I think you might, let me add Brayden to the list. Let me add Brayden's name. Where I'm gonna put Brayden. Because I have never met a Brayden who didn't act like that, like a little brat. We talking about the, oh, so listen to this, you guys. Because Sister Sage was able to dumb herself down, she also slept with the Deep. Sure did. She gave the Deep a little And if my daughter said she gave him backdoor access, if you know what I mean. I said, ooh, ooh. They went to the back door. She said he didn't even want to do it at first. She didn't even want to give her the lobotomy, but for whatever reason, she didn't want to give it to herself that time. This is some good meat. Ain't nothing going on but a little late night mukbang and talking about some TV. Okay. And then there's a new character named Firecracker. I'm trying to figure, my daughter said Firecracker seemed like a grifter, but to me she seemed like a Karen. Is it possible she's both Karen and grifter? But my daughter says that she gonna get her beat by Starlight. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Starlight, but not more than I love me some Sister Sage. I like Sister Sage, but something tell me she don't like herself. So I'm wondering if her plot includes her unaliving herself. Like, that's what I see. I see her like creating some type of mastermind plan where she gets Homelander to take a bunch of people out, and then taking Homelander out, they have to have like mass destruction, and in the mass destruction, she and some of the other superheroes become casualties. I think that's what she's cooking up in her brain. She's the smartest person in the world. She's 35 billion steps ahead of Homelander, and he don't even know it because his ego doesn't allow him to see that. And I love the show. Ooh. So we're on season 3, I think, or season 4, episode 4. The point is, they got a new Black Noir, and the new Black Noir, he be talking. If you watch the show The Boys, did you know that the character, the Black Noir, he don't talk? But they done killed that boy. They done unalived him, as they say in YouTube land. They unalived him. So because they unalived him, they got a new they got a new Black Noir. He be talking. And then he was quiet until they had him unalive that dude. And I think ever since they had him unalive that dude, he be asking questions like, what's my motivation? It is 1:16 a.m. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. 1:16 a.m. 1 a.m. in the morning. And, oh, my little ear. Hold up. So we're probably both in America. I'm in America. I just look like this because I am a foreigner, low-key. I'm not from America. which I think is always interesting that people kind of pick that up, because I think I've been here since I was a baby, really, like, or a young child rather. So, but and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I just said something. I was like, wait a second. I know people are like, what's she doing up? Didn't she just go live? To be honest, I woke up today around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, yesterday. I be waking up when I finish sleeping. And yesterday, when I had finished sleeping, it was almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, I'm up. And I'm probably going to watch Thundercats. Shout out to Crumb TV. I've been on the Thundercats since it came up in the class. And I get it for free with my Hulu and stuff. So I've been watching Thundercats. And it's been really good. And also, okay, so if you're watching the show The Boys on Amazon Prime, then you know it's based off of a comic. I have not really looked at any of the comic stuff, but apparently in the comic lore, Homelander has a twin. Okay, all right. Homelander has a twin, and the twin be killing people, or unaliving people rather. And it turns out that the Homelander twin, the evil Homelander twin, is the Black Noir, and he later, and he I think it's so funny. He's like, yes, I'm the evil Homelander or whatever. So I might have to check that out. And hey, darling, my daughter is walking through, but she's the one that put me onto this Homelander lore with the Dark Noir. Getting your cat. Okay. You done eating? Almost done eating. You could back up off my steak, child. My steak and potatoes. Oh no! What? Okay. You can't hang on. Okay, you can have some. If you say hi on camera.
They have some what?
Steak.
They got one piece.
If you come on camera and be like, "Hey, everybody," you see, go, damn, it's like that. Damn, Gina. Say hi.
Hello.
Let me see. It's no people in here now, but you can see I had all the young people from different countries. I had to block a few of them. Started getting crazy. Oh, somebody said new subscriber. Okay. They were just, it's like young people, you know. I just went live, so I'm going live again. I think in the algorithm of YouTube, that maybe have an influx of people come on. But it's all like young people and people I do not know. And he was like, please make me a moderator. He said, make me a moderator. His name was Braden. And I didn't make Braden a moderator because I don't know Braden. And I would have maybe over, I said, well, come back, see if you're into this. And then Braden called me a monkey. But he spelled it like M-O.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Monkey.
It was still racist.
I know it's racist, but it made me laugh because it's like,
young people racist.
yo, what the fuck? And because the way he spelled it was like, monkey. Yeah, you're not, you got to earn this steak.
I was in it. I was in the shot.
It was like, it just monkey. It just.
Yeah, I know.
So you're familiar with the spelling of the trolls who are trying to make you feel like they're sending racist slurs. That was the last young one. So you see what he says. Oh, he said, no, my time is 1:17. Oh, so he's in the afternoon while we're here in the morning. It's okay later. Because I assume this. And then
12
maybe.
hours ahead.
And then also with me putting the title, The Boys, it may have literally sent my live out to the boys. Or people in countries who participate in mukbangs. So that's how I'm looking at it. You know, I don't really know what's happening. Oh, he's here. He's like, I live in the Philippines. Oh, do you guys have mukbang? Or I don't want to say it like that. Don't do that. My daughter be judging me.
I was literally, this is just my face.
She's like, that's my face. This is my daughter. She wants some of my mukbang bangs. I don't know if I'm saying it right, and because you're from the Philippines, okay, I apologize if I'm using a weird voice to say it. I'm trying to be respectful, which could translate as trolling, and I promise you I'm not trolling. But my daughter wants some of my steak, and I told her, if you want some of this steak, you better get on this camera. Oh, thank you for being graceful and understanding. So she's only here to get steak. She's only here to eat off of my plates the way children do. I have 2
Are
pieces
you
of
still
steak.
talking about The Boys right now?
Yeah, we're talking about The Boys and how the comic lore of the Black Noir being Homelander in comic lore. And I think that's being Homelander's evil twin. He's laughing. Yeah, they're clones. I think that's so funny. And then I did say that I think Firecracker is a Karen, but you think she's a grifter. And I'm like, well, maybe she's
I don't
both.
think she's a Karen because she's not entitled. She's
She
a
doesn't
liar.
act entitled?
No, she's just a liar.
To me, the fact that she lies to people is
lying,
entitlement.
But she's lying. All her lies are about Starlight because she has revenge against Starlight. So that's makes her.
And their revenge is kind of different because it's like it's like white girl crime on white girl. Oh, thank you. So, oh, Donna, thank you. So it's like white girl crime on white girl crime. White girl on white girl crime.
And the incidents happened when they were 13 as well.
Right.
So
if in your country you have Amazon Prime, if you could watch a show called The Boys, it's about superheroes, but they're all crazy and they're all
no, she's just satire about.
It's satire. My daughter says thank you. Yeah, it's called The Boys, and it's like on Amazon Prime. That's where we watch it here in the States, and it's based on the comic book. Why are you laughing at me? Why is my daughter laughing at me? She is dying, cracking up over here. Why are you laughing at me? Because she's been... Okay, all right. Okay, I respect your consent. Okay.
I'm a little more giggly.
Okay, so if... I appreciate it because you're doing this with me, so I'm not going to fuck it up. So... yes, Amazon Prime is called The Boys, and it's cool. It's kind of gory.
It's kind of super gory, super explicit.
It's very explicit. It's very gory. I like it because of those things. Meaning, I don't like scary movies, so I don't watch movies like Saw or Yes. That is it. It's good.
No, not with the Z, with the S. The Boys is that's the K-pop group. The Boys.
The Boys is K-pop.
Yeah, with the Z, it's K-pop.
Okay.
With the S.
Like this is The Boys. So my daughter says the Boys with the Z is K-pop. You want to go for The Boys with a S. BOYS. I don't know how to do my comments no more the regular way.
Yeah, where's your comment? How can you respond in your own chat?
I don't know how to respond in my own chat no more with the YouTube.
Is it not the plus system?
The plus system?
The plus button? Oh, you can do a poll.
I didn't do a poll, but I don't know how to do a comment anymore. It doesn't let me comment on my own thing. I can share it. What's this? Yeah, I don't even know how to comment in my own... Oh, well. I'll figure it out next time. When I was using StreamYard, I could have filtered. Okay.
I was saying earlier how I want to do a video on
Sister
Sage and like how she's a great, like, since the whole show is satire, she's like a perfect commentary about how the intelligence of Black women is treated, but also how when a Black woman is not performing or not putting on, how that's handled and how that's received by the characters in the show and by people watching the show. Because there's people who didn't understand why she was upset by being called uppity, because she does act uppity and she does talk down to people. And I'm like, I've watched all the
I don't think
episodes.
she's been uppity or talked down to nobody.
It's because she just talks in a tone. And it's so interesting, that perception of her from certain people. I'm like, that's interesting.
So it's kind of interesting if you're a brown or Black woman.
It's the last piece.
Yeah, last piece is for you, which you may leave after that, but...
I'm chilling.
Okay, I'm not going to push it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. They probably saw the trailer real quick and was like, yo, I want to see this. It's a good show. It's one of my favorite shows to watch, and they took a long hiatus. The teleport is 40, baby. That teleport is 40, baby. I think I need to do wine mukbangs a little more often. This is kind of fun. No, My
You
daughter's
in trouble?
Hmm?
What's really like
On YouTube?
You can't be too like outward about it.
Really?
That you can do it, but don't be like, yeah, we doing this. Like don't be
I didn't
too.
pour it. It's really good grape juice.
Yeah.
But it is. It is grape juice. It's grape juice that's been around for a long time.
Why I feel like the Taylor pour that you got tasted better than the one that I got?
It probably did because I probably because of who bought it. When people who buy alcohol regularly, it's like they know. Those of us who don't.
I got it ordered.
It is a skull. Is that a skull? Yes. So I may drink the blood of mine enemies. Okay, I went too far. Okay. So what else do I want to talk about? Okay, so we talked about the boys. The other thing I wanted to talk about is names real quick. Names. I have noticed that people named Audrey, Audrey, because me and my daughter were talking about names, right? Before I get to the Audreys, let me deal with something real quick. Every Megan I know that is, my name is, you're a boy, Riley. Riley is cute. I never seen it spelled like that. Are you a boy, or are you just like, what does that mean? Does that mean literal boy? Like, how old are you, Riley?
Oh, yes, if they're a child.
Yes, are you a child, Riley? Lord Jesus.
Are you a minor?
Are you a minor? Oh my God, Riley is 9.
Really?
Riley, why are you? Riley? Okay, you're not 9. You're not a boy or you're not 9. No.
Don't eat that.
Yeah, that's fat. Why did you eat that? I put it to the side.
It was with the potato.
Oh, it's like an onion over here. I took a piece of gristle off the steak and my daughter thought
literally right here like
thought
this.
it was a piece of onion and she tore it. She was like, don't eat that part.
Oh, that was traumatizing.
I'm sorry. Okay, so he's like, I'm not. Okay, we're not gonna be weird. We're gonna call you. Is Donna your mother's account? Are you on your mom's account, Riley? Cause where I'm at, it's 1:30 a.m. and I'm just, I don't even know how to continue. This is YouTube.
That's the reality of doing stuff on the
And
internet.
I just did a live talking about parasocial media relationships.
Like I have people joining my server and then they'll have their little like bio and be like, yeah, I'm 13, I'm 14. I'm like, I'm over a decade older than you and I'm only like 25. Like,
So I'm not. I don't mind. Because I'm not saying anything really
I don't
crazy.
mind either, but it's just that reality.
But that reality check of different age groups that are all tying in. And you know what? That is why I have a hard time doing twerk videos, like my reels and stuff. Having certain imagery of myself on certain platforms in reel form, because I'm hyper aware that there are children on them. Me and you have had this conversation. Like, everyone knows I like to twerk and I like to maybe not wear a bra, certain things like that. And when you're showing up in social media doing reels, like, I'm aware, like, there's children watching. And I'm not into children, if you know what I mean. So I don't see a need to... I have something in me that doesn't allow me to post too much. Even my video that I did recently, my last reel with the dancing, I tried to make it so non-exual, if you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So just... Because I'm aware children are on these platforms. And again... Your mom wants to be a part of the change that I want to see. And I was a young kid on the bus, Aminette, and I would be like, TLC, Red Light Special coming on the time we come home from school. It was just too much for me. I like the song, don't get me wrong. But I was aware, even at that age of 13 in the 9th grade, that it's too much for us.
You were 13 in 9th grade?
Yeah, I was 13 in the 9th grade, and I was also 7 in the 3rd grade. I got skipped a couple of times because I'm kind of smart, but it didn't help with social stuff because I missed social cues at times.
They stopped saying stuff.
Right. It's okay. It's okay. He's like, oh,
That's what I was gonna give it a little bit.
It's okay. We got you. And I'm not gonna say nothing crazy, but let's talk about something. Do you know any Megans, and are they black? And if so, they will beat your right. Yo, me and my daughter was talking about names just randomly, and it was like, pause. How come every black girl named Megan is low key scary as fuck? Like, they not only are they assertive, usually they're usually pretty. They usually have really good weaves. They usually are popular in some way.
I mean, you gotta think about like
Megan, a black Megan.
What kind of parents they have where they named their black daughter Megan?
Yo, that dad is definitely spoiling her. That mom definitely lets her know you are that girl. Mm-hmm. Every black, that Megan Thee Stallion, she said her mom did big her up a lot. Like, but when I think about it, you know who I would think about always, you guys? I think about the Megan from Bad Girls Club, who has her own podcast now. Oh my God, she used to legit scare me. I used to watch that show, and I'm from New York. I'm West Indian. Ain't nobody scare me but no fighting shit for real. But that young lady, when I would watch that show, I'd be like, I would not want to be on the show during her season. And it seemed like you didn't know if you were on her good or bad side, because for you to be on her, for you to catch them hands, you just had to be on the side that she wasn't on for that day. Would that make sense? Mm-hmm. Cause she didn't seem to have no enemies.
What you mean?
Like she didn't like. My daughter.
I watched that.
What
season.
You mean?
I watched that.
What did you think about her season?
Oh, season was great. There's a lot of fighting. It's everything that I love about Bad Girls Club. And there's definitely enemies. I mean, it's Bad Girls Club. It's just a bunch of like young women just hating on each other for no reason. They never had a good reason, and they did not like Megan, and Megan didn't like them. And Megan used to beat them up. I always like she has one of the most iconic throwdowns, and she was fighting the two girls in the hallway. I'm gonna have to go look that up at the same time. I'm gonna have to go look that up. We might do some Bad Girl reviews. Would you do Bad Girl reviews with me? What were we reviewing? The fights, the bull, just like talking about it. Reaction or reviews? Reaction? Would you rather do reaction? Yeah, reaction. I think we might do some Bad Girl reactions on my channel for real, because I did legit like that show. To me, Tanisha with the y'all can't get no sleep. Cause I can't get no sleep. Yeah. Iconic. That was. I ain't get no sleep because of y'all. Yeah. Y'all ain't get no sleep because of me. I ain't get no sleep because of y'all. Yeah. To me, I think for me as a woman who grew up what most would consider, like, I didn't get into many fights. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I'm a good girl, but I'm more like, I just knew how to avoid physical confrontation. And I also was aware that I wasn't a fighter. I was a unaliver. The fights that I did get into, it was on camera. It wasn't good for them. And the one fight, the only time I had a tie was when I was about 8 years old, and I was trying to bam her head into the concrete, and I had a lot of long hair, and she had grabbed my hair, and she wouldn't let go of my hair, and I just kept slamming that hit. And then my brother, Dad, he ain't even come help. Daniel, you stuck like this. He ain't even. You gotta be like. She got her handful. I was on some like cause I'm on top, and she tried to throw me up by throwing me in the bushes. I don't care about these bushes. And then my brother ain't helped me. He ran home to tell my mama, and then we should definitely watch like. Well, I don't know how YouTube can be, but Bad Girl. Reviews, Bad Girl Club fights. We can see what the guidelines are. You know, I was watching full-blown seasons, like multiple seasons, up until it got canceled. We could pick a season and start there. I personally, I don't know. Sometimes the episodes drag a little bit. The episodes drag? Yeah. So maybe we could just look at a season and talk, or episodes. I don't know. Or just like arguments and fights. My daughter said, let's just go straight to the point. Because sometimes the point is that they go into the club and they talk mess about each other. Like, oh my god, I was in the club and she just had her legs open and we can see all her. They just talk mess about each other. We don't have to react to the in betweens.
Okay, that's the mom in me. Like, well, we can talk about what led up to. You're like, nah.
I can get the background and then we can get into the scene.
I want to just see one last time, as you, just so people can see who I've been. I'm not talking to myself because I don't even know if they can hear you all the way.
That's true. And there's people who do that thing where they're on live and they pretend to talk to somebody.
People do that?
Yes.
You're lying.
People do that.
People act like they're talking to someone online that's not there?
Yeah, and you won't hear nothing. They just be like, yeah, good, I was thinking the same thing. And it is nobody on this. And people be like, girl, we know you're not talking to nobody.
Why would you do? If you're doing that, please stop. That's weird. Maybe I should try doing that. Maybe I should do it.
You know what? I feel like I want to do a series with you where I introduce you to like internet concepts that you wouldn't otherwise be aware of.
I would love that.
Like, I want to talk about LOL cows with you.
LOL?
LOL cows.
LOL?
Like laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud cows?
Which you would just pronounce as LOL cows.
LOL cows. What's LOL cows?
People on the internet that people like. It's like another level of hate watching where it's not necessarily that you hate them, it's just that you watch them to make fun of them, you watch them to laugh at everything that they do. They're a low cow. They're just fat with like humiliation.
So they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. So even in the chat when they're like LOL and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't even say anything funny.
They won't say LOL. They will either like egg on the person to keep doing the thing that they're doing.
I just talked about this. Y'all,
it's a different type of parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Instead of them like, it's a different type of consuming where it's like, they want to see you just be your worst self, or they, and usually the people who are the victims of low cows are people who are typically neurodivergent.
And we don't even know this person.
So you're not aware that they're being made fun of, but then when they do become aware, they're confused as to what's happening, and they kind of rage out. And they love the rage out. They love the mental breakdown. They love all the going crazy.
That makes me sad.
And usually these people, their only kind of like interactions is through online. So they live stream a lot. They post a lot because that's when they get interaction.
I feel like people be doing that to me sometimes. But when I feel that way, it's like I remember that people are mean. And my whole life, I know that I have been a little bit different. Because I am on that spectrum of neurodivergent, and it was diagnosed, so I'm not pulling the Amanda Seals. It's been diagnosed by an actual therapist, doctor person.
Why the shade?
Huh?
So why the shade?
I'm just saying because now meaning because of that, what you're saying makes me hyper aware that people will make fun of you and know nothing about you. Number one. And make fun of your journey, meaning even the fact that I do a lot of talking about mental health stuff in my. Like right now we're having an entertainment moment, which I have on my channel. I have a whole section for it. To have fun and just talk about things that are random. And I was going to put this on my other channel, but I realized I didn't have enough people to go live, and I did not want to make a video. I don't have the space. So I said, well, you know what? We'll put it under the entertainment and we'll do it now. And to hear that people weaponize you being yourself, like you just being authentic, you're just showing up, having a fun time, and someone's watching you, and not hate watching you, but like watching you in humiliation, like in their that's that parasocial media thing where I'm sitting here talking about the boys and whatever else I'm talking about, but someone else is like, look at her ears,
and there's a lot of
look at her face.
There's a lot of different ways you can be a low cow. There's a lot of people who are unaware that they're a low cow, and it seems like they can't stop because they can't. But you can also be like, if you're someone who rages out a lot, who gets really angry and constantly snapping, that's another way to be a low cow. So that's why I'm always aware about snapping on people, because I don't want to.
I have snapped on social media.
Because if you do that a lot and you become known to be that person that will just, they're like, hey, yeah, if you go over to so and so's page and you say XYZ, they're gonna cuss you out and they're gonna read you down, and people like that kind of interaction. So they'll come to you.
That sounds like the beef sector, like.
And they will purposely come and they will say things that set you off. But they won't actually be mad for real, because that's what they wanted. They wanted you to do that because that's entertaining to them. The point about a low cow is about entertainment. They want to be entertained by your extreme behavior, whether that's you crying, breaking down, acting you know, loony, being angry.
I would feel that because, you know, I cry publicly. I'm a person that doesn't mind crying. If I feel it, I'll cry. And there are times on my YouTube, not my YouTube, my Facebook lives where I would get teary-eyed. And I would have, you know, I'm kind of perceptive in that otherworldly way. And I would perceive that energy like someone is watching me and like getting off that I'm crying. And it doesn't stop me from showing up the way I am.
Yeah.
But it did make me more aware of maybe dealing with whatever is making me cry offline before I get online. So when I'm dealing with it online, it's not, I don't have to cry.
Well, just know this. One of the big things about being a locale is that you have to have people actively in your comments egging you on. If you don't have active people being like, do more of this, asking like questions that will incite.
Then maybe not. Maybe just I could just tell people are watching and they don't. And they're hate watching or whatever.
That's more so hate watching or just being nosy.
Hate watching you can feel. I don't care what no one says.
Whatever it is, it is real. Yeah, a lot of people hate watch where they can't deal with not seeing somebody they don't like. I don't know. It's kind of giving like nosy neighbor.
Yeah.
Kind of thing where they just have to watch.
I rarely ever hate watch. If I'm watching you and I don't fuck with you or I don't like you, it's usually because I know you be lying and I just want to make sure you ain't lying on me right now. So I'm just clocking the T. And it gets to the point where I'm not going to keep watching after I'm satisfied that, okay, you ain't talking nothing about me now. So if you talk about me later, I don't care because you ain't saying nothing now. And what's happening between us that would make me even be looking at you is clearly a now thing.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing it now and you do it later, I don't care. I'm trying to see if you, meaning I learned in therapy, you deal with stuff when it's happening. So if we just fell out and we're two content creators and I go to your channel to see if you gonna say something right then when I had said something because we had just said something to each other and you don't say anything, then I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna watch past the 2 days or 3 days.
If it's two content creators and someone say something, the fans will deliver the message themselves.
I don't even like having people like that around. Like if you're watching me, like I told them earlier, I deal with entertainment, education, edification. I'm coming from a professional space on this channel, so I'm liking it to stay there. Even this, I'm kind of not adding certain context that I was going to add on my personal channel because I'm doing it here. So now it's just going to be a form of entertainment, and we're going to keep it on that. The Boys, some spoiler stuff. So if you watch The Boys, there's going to be some spoilers. And also, let's get into this real quick. We were talking about it. Megan's. A black Megan will beat your ass. Be mindful.
They're sure of themselves.
They're sure of themselves. They got parents that love them for sure. Like I just think about Megan from the Bad Girls Club on her podcast and how she literally gets like people who are known to bully others on there, and just the way she just does a posturing, just the way she postures. You guys, if you ever watch the show, she's like, so, and it's like the way her shoulder, she believes it. She's so confident. She's sitting there and she's like, so I saw you say something to your daughter or your friend and it seemed problematic and she didn't like it. What would make you say a hateful thing like she goes right in and you can't run? And those people usually in other platforms, they'll be like, well, I said what I said, or, you know, they ain't shit. They literally be like, well, you know, I knew it probably wasn't the right thing to do. She gets them to kind of like own it and then like they cower, straight suns their energy. And I love it every time for her.
And since she's been on the screen, she's been on like that.
Yeah.
She's always been like that.
Yeah, she's never been one to be like for instance, I think Natalie Nunn is like that until someone is like clearly gonna beat her. Then she starts like, she kind of offsets it with a little like either her money or I'm too good to be around you. Mean I'm not even gonna be close enough for you to punch me in my shit. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna talk a little shit. I'm gonna go over there. She tries to make them feel intimidated because she's like, I got money. And the girls who are poor bullies, usually it works. But the girls who have money, like a Megan, it doesn't work with a Megan. I don't think Natalie and Megan have ever been. Have they ever been?
I'm wondering I'm trying to remember if Megan was ever on Baddies.
Reunion shows or anything like that.
No, just Baddies, because A lot of girls from Bad Girls Club went on Baddies.
I don't think Megan was ever on Baddies.
I don't know. I don't. The earlier seasons are kind of harder to remember, and they weren't that good. So, but they had a lot of Bad Girl Club's girls on there because it was trying to do this revamp of Bad Girls Club. So
we're gonna talk about these other names, then we're gonna go to bed. Real quick, you guys. Oh yeah, the young man I was telling you about, the Braden. What the? I'm mad. Braden made it. I got added Braden to the list. It was one of the people who was showing up at first, and he wanted me to make him a mod.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted me to make him a mod, and I kept saying, just see, let me see. And that's the one that called me a monkey. So I was like, you know what, Braden?
Yeah, most Bradens are like that.
Why do Bradens be bratting out? And that's when I realized his name was Braden. I was like, he's a Braden. Bradens be bratting out. And he was like begging. He's like, I could be a mod. I subscribe. Could I be a mod now? I was like,
probably a kid.
He's probably a kid. He was like, everyone's being mean to me. I said, well, Braden, that's why they're being mean. You're calling people monkeys. Now I got to put you in timeout. And you ain't gonna be a mod, not never.
Don't give nobody mod.
To me, to be a mod on my channel means you're literally either one of my mentees or like one of my students or a client that's worked with me long term enough and likes to be on. Yeah. Is never gonna be a stranger person. So Braden got added with the Aubreys and the Audreys. I ain't never met a Audrey girl, and we know what I mean by Audrey girl. I have never met an Audrey that's not Caucasian, and I've never met a Caucasian Audrey that's just not the worst type of Caucasian you could be. Just putting that out there. I don't know what that's about, but you know, I could be corrected on that, but I don't. And then every Aubrey I know is like problematic. Like, do you know any Aubreys that are not men that are like, like, me neither. Like, every Aubrey I know, no matter what his race is, what his color is, what his height, weight, demographic, if he's an Aubrey, he annoying. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm about to wrap this up. And I think that was it. I have notes. I be having my notes when I be going live. We talked about the Black Noir, how he's off the chain in this season of
I think he's off the chain.
He's off the chain because Black Noir was quiet. He couldn't
talk.
He didn't talk. Not that he
couldn't talk.
Why couldn't he talk?
And he ain't got no mouth.
What you mean?
You didn't see his backstory?
No. Do I need to go watch 3 all over again?
He literally, he is as old as Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy
is old, like back.
Oh then. Yeah. Soulja Boy was old.
He was part of that original crew.
I think I need to go back and watch.
And his face got blown up in the war thing that they was all doing, so he had to be because his whole journey was like, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. I want to be like a black man, and I'm in this group, like people should know type of thing. And then his face got messed up, and he literally can't talk anymore because his jaw and stuff got that totally messed up.
Maybe I've seen it and I forgot.
That's why he's so silent. And he's also like kind of messed up in the head from the war stuff. Like he literally sees things in cartoons. He has like cartoon friends he talks to and stuff like that. It's kind of sad a little bit. And then Homelander kills him.
I vaguely remember.
Homelander kills him because he's mad that he didn't tell him.
This is why I don't like when they have such a long space between, because you tend to forget.
Yeah, he didn't talk because he.
Oh my! I have to go back and watch 3.
He literally couldn't. So that's why it's so fun that the new one does talk so much. And he's trying to get into the character's mindset. But, yeah. He couldn't talk.
Oh, my God. I'm going to have to go back and watch 3. I think I'm finally getting a little tired. But I think I'm still going to go in the room and watch some Thundercats. Yeah, I'm going to drink that, man. You want to share it? You can have some. You got to get back on camera. You got to come over here. Here, you can get some. I get to tag you in this. Like, my daughter made a special appearance at AmmoCat. Will you share this in your... Please, come on.
No.
Why you don't want to share it? You ashamed of me?
No.
Why you... I think your people would like this. It helped. It only helps.
I don't know what you said in this.
I only talked about...
I don't know. Mom, I'm very protective
of your space
of
that you
curated.
You're here eating my meat, drinking my drink, talking about stuff with me, and then you're talking about you don't know what you can co-sign, and then you're gulping. You gulping, y'all, and taking a afterward. cheese. This is not we're not doing the Parmesan cheese all over again.
That was a genuine mistake.
So I ain't say you had to share it on Instagram.
Where else am I sharing it?
In your Discord. You got a whole. You just put it
You can
there.
share it yourself.
Okay, I just wanted your permission.
This is self.
What you mean self? Don't just share it in the chat.
Do not share it in my chat. There's a channel specific for
all these rules. All of these rules.
You just gotta make sure that whatever you're posting, make sure that it lines up with the rules of the server. Do you know the rules of my server? Do I know the rules of her server? You hear what I deal with? Yes, I know the rules of your server. No, you don't. No, you don't. You never looked at the rules.
I looked at them.
No, you did not. You have not.
I looked at them enough to know that
there are. What do you mean you looked at them enough? Either you read the rules or you didn't. And you didn't read them. They were not read.
Wait, you don't know that though.
Did you read them? What's one of the rules?
One of the rules of my daughter's server are put things where they belong.
No,
I'm paraphrasing.
That's not even a rule. That's not even a rule.
I'm paraphrasing.
I don't have any rules like that about putting things where they belong.
Well, why are you telling me? I'm sorry, I feel like I just blew snot ass pics and drink it. Whatever, man. So you tell me a rule since you read them.
I made them.
Well, tell me them.
You should know the rules.
Refresh my memory.
Nah.
Oh.
Before you post the link in the what's it called? Self-promo channel.
Oh, we have a self-promo channel?
Yes, for people who post links for their social media, stuff like that. Make sure it aligns with my rules.
What does that mean? I thought the rule was it's a self-promoting channel. Promote yourself.
I'm just saying, read the rules, and if you think any of your content that you're posting goes against the rules, don't post it there.
I don't think any of my content goes against the rules.
I'm just saying.
I did not say anything cancelable.
I
know you be trying to cancel me, low-key, or keep me from being canceled. I did not say nothing cancelable in here.
I cannot cancel you. We can try.
Tell the people goodbye with me. Tell them good night with me.
Good night.
Good night. She has a channel on YouTube as well called Ammo Cat. Go ahead, plug your channel real quick.
You plugged it.
AMO_. Is the underscore on YouTube as well? I forget. Okay,
not.
so it's AMOCAAT on YouTube and on Instagram it's @ammo_CAAT. That's AMO_CAAT. I'm gonna tag her in the video. Mm-hmm. You guys, this was fun. Look, she's like, I'm low-key forcing her to hurt. Squeak. It hurts.
Yeah.
I got like she about to hurt me. Okay, you guys, have a good night. This was fun. I just want to do a quick late night mukbang. Talk about the boys. Talk some smack about a few names. Braden name got added to the list, and I think that was it. Literally, the boys. Sister Sage lobotomizing herself. We talked about that. Spoiler alert. So she can give the deeper little action. And then black girl's named Megan will beat you. And then the Karen thing. And then Braden. And then Audrey Aubrey. Yeah, Black Nora. We hit all the points. Later, y'all. Yes.